And sounds throughout this city, but for the next few hours, all eyes are glued to Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. Today, we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap, as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. Underway here in Las Vegas. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Right to the air goes Nix. And right away he lost the football. And fortunately he's able to get this one back, so it is a first down. Call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Throwing middle, and it's complete. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's second down. You look at this Raiders defense. Right now in the National Football League, they're ranked number 18 against the pass.
And even though that's not the greatest ranking in the world, one thing you can say, they get after the quarterback. They're in the top 10 in the league in sacks.
From the 48-yard line, here's the second down and 6. Nix to the air. That's caught. Puka Nacua. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6. And it's second down. Yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so
and he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Broncos are on the board first here in Vegas. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And he's got it. 7-0 Broncos. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
I should probably sign a hit, boy, because I got all the hits, boy. All that Drake, you got to chill.
Looking to put a drive together. They'll run for the first time with Ashton Jeanty. Excellent job pushing through tacklers that time to pick up 6. This defense for the Broncos, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
And they needed to be, because the game was a game we don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make the difference type of a game, and each play took on more importance, and they got it done.
2nd and 3. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Antonio Johnson.
They'll take over first and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. Here's Nix. Pass complete there to Nakua. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Puka Nakua, 37 yards. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Carlson now to add the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead.
14, Raiders nothing. Daniel Carlson
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
And 3.
Back to throw. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. And he's going to be stopped short of a first down as they'll get to him at about the 33. On fourth down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it'll be first and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
And he's got room. Inside the 20. Well, he's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. The run straight ahead with Genty. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Rashee Rice, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Raiders are back within a score. Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt. And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score. Broncos 14, Raiders 7.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd down and 5. Working out of the gun is Nix. Going to be taken in here by Nakua.
He's already topped his receiving output from a week ago, and we're just in the first quarter, as that's a first down.
Broncos, first down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Now it's Nix. Now he's going to step up and run. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Throwing Nix.
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. You look at this Raiders defense. They enter this one 18th in the NFL in stopping the run.
For some defensive fronts, playing the run is not the priority. It's playing the pass, right? They get upfield, they rush the passer, and sometimes neglect stopping the run. That's something that they have to work on and reverse a little bit. Make sure you play the run on your way back to the quarterback.
And here's Daniel Whelan on now to punt.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
The drive will begin with a run by Genty.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Open man right side is Rice.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. Clock runs, less than a minute to go, and an entertaining first quarter of play.
On first down, it's Genty.
And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory.
Antonio Johnson makes the stop. The Raiders at 4-5, a game under 500. Yeah, they've lost 3 straight here, and it kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak, and right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward.
The 39-yard line.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Second quarter from Vegas, the homestanding Raiders with a football here, as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Up the middle, it's Genty.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
They'll go again with Genty.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Hey, Mosey, you see it, Mosey.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. That is caught. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 15-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
What a drive. This has been just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
On the give, Genty.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
2nd and 4. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Rashee Rice with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year.
And the Raiders are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
A gain of 11 on the play. And the Broncos first down.
To throw, here's Nix.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Gets a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
To throw is Nix.
And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left.
Operating from the gun, here's Nix.
Going to throw right side here, complete.
And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Nix from the shotgun. Now he'll tuck this and run.
Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
And their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Back to throw again. And down he goes. Brought down the Raiders sack. Max Crosby has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Third down. Third and
long. A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. Operating from the gun, Nix. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on fourth.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
The Broncos unable to convert here on fourth. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They've got momentum on their side. They were once down 14-0. Now it's even at 14 as they look to put together a drive to get them the lead. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
That's good for a Las Vegas first down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
A give out of the gun to Genty.
And managed to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Gets it quickly out wide to Thornton.
And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 39. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
And the Raiders.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Here's a toss to Genty, headed right.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
2nd and 11. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
And this ball recovered by the offense, but remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down.
They'll set up to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
Well, I have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
And he's going to be unable to get upfield as they take him down at the 21-yard line. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
From the gun on third down, Nix. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And it'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first. A big play that time on the catch and run. 39 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
Yeah, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it.
To the sideline and incomplete.
I have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Again, he'll drop to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
That's a big force of completion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal, because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw again. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Broncos have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
Raiders 14.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
They'll throw now on the final play. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. Are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this 3rd quarter of action. And
makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Now a handoff to Genty. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Back to throw here. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
On the give, Genty. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Once again, it's Genty.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
He'll look to throw.
He'll drop this underneath for Genty.
And almost, but not quite. Needed 10. He got 9. 4th down.
9-yard gain on the play. It's now 4th down and 1.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments.
Nix to the air. He gets it complete to A.T. Perry.
Now he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Here's Nix. Pass complete there to Nakua. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he'll go out of bounds into the red zone just inside the 20. The drive stays alive. A third down gain of 8. In motion, the tight end. Working out of the gun is Nix. This will be caught just inside the 10. And the Broncos are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
Broncos, 1st down. 1st and goal, Denver.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. Now it's Nix. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Puka Nacua with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos go up by 2 touchdowns.
His kick is
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead now up to 14.
14. Daniel Carlson set to
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to
The
tackle it.
Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on 4th down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, it may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride to the offense this go around.
A loss of a yard on the play. Brings up 3rd and
Back to throw. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
Cole now on to punt, and he sends this one away. It's taken to the 26. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
Throwing Nix. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. So that potentially a turning point here this 3rd quarter. A 2-score lead down to 1 now following the pick 6.
And that had to be the message at halftime for this defense, delivered and accepted. We need to go out there and make something happen.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
at their own 30-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And this This has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
3rd and 12.
Operating from the gun, Nix. He finds his man, complete. It's Sherman. And he's stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36.
It's 4th down.
They're going. It's Nix.
Oh, wide open, complete. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there. 64 yards.
And the Broncos take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal.
That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And these guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs. Because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Vegas, first down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
A run out of the gun with Genty.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 2 jump plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Pass right side, caught by Thornton.
We've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the 4th. Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
They'll get this out to Genty.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Short completion, just 4 yards. 3rd and 7 now.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
For the field goal, a 31-yard attempt.
The kick by Bass is good.
And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, They want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he sees to his.
Take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You taking charge.
They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be third down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's fourth down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Broncos send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he fields it cleanly. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And the Raiders will take over now, first and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I think they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. 2nd and 9 now. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag is down. This could possibly be a push-off. Of course, they have the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
The Raiders on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 9. Over the middle, complete. It's Rice. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain.
It's 4th down.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position.
To throw is Nix.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
It's second down and 10.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Sherman. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 90 yards receiving now for him in the ball game. It's a first down. Off the play fake. Nix. Going right side here, and that's complete. And out of bounds right around the 20. So they still get the completion even though the blitz was on. But the blitz got there. Does that stay in the mind of the quarterback for the next couple plays?
That's what you're hoping for. That's what you're planning for. It's a little risk reward, right? You're leaving your guys on an island back there in man coverage. But you take the chance that you get to the quarterback, and so he gets completion here. Congratulations. Keep coming at him, and hopefully it pays off by the end of the game that you're starting to get to him while still able to cover on the back end.
To throw, here's Nix.
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Max Crosby picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Operating from the gun. Nix. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down.
And now the yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back. But now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Nix.
And he's got his man on the out route. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
Always important as a defender on 3rd down to keep the play in front of you and make sure you don't give up enough space that they can make a move on you in the open field. Try as he might, he wasn't able to get to the 1st down marker. Excellent defense, good tackling.
A 25-yard attempt.
The kick by Carlson is good, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. Try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 5-yard line.
Back to throw. Nix. Touchdown!
Puka Nacua.
A 5-yard touchdown.
And the Broncos add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory.
An extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. He'll drop to throw. Looking deep downfield. It's caught. inside the 25. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Brock Bowers from 19 yards away. And the Raiders have got it back to a two-score game here in the fourth. The fourth quarter touchdown there, back to a two-score game, but time is not their ally.
No, it's not, partner. They still have a pulse, but it's probably a little weak right now. A lot of things have to go right in these final 2 minutes plus for them. I think they have to be thinking onside kick here, and we know how difficult those are to recover.
31.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. On play action, here's Nix. Going to be taken in here by Nakua. And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. From the gun on 3rd down, Nix. That is caught. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he finds a man with a crossing route. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A great effort there. His 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Broncos add on to their 4th quarter lead, and they are on their way to improving to 8-2. Extra point by Carlson, and up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
Facing a big fourth-quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
A gain of 10 yards. And the Las Vegas first down.
They'll look to throw here on first down.
Open man right side is Rice. Now 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 48-yard line.
He'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Brock Bowers with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Raiders' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Bass on for the extra point.
And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now.
Makes the score Broncos 49, Raiders 38.
So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22.
A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Denver, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2. And they will head back home next week.
Meanwhile, for Las Vegas,
it was a game they really needed as they drop back to 4-6. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.